guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. You join me today in the M140i. God, I love this car, and actually that phrase right there is quite fitting for what today's video is all about. What is the ultimate hot hatch? And I know straight off the bat, hold back from commenting just for 1 second. I know that this video may be quite biased, seeing as well I'm an owner of a hot hatch, owner of an M140i, and I'm going to think that this is the ultimate. And yes, take that with a pinch of salt. I do love this car, but I appreciate all hot hatches. You guys know I feature a lot of hot hatches on the channel. There's not many of them which I haven't experienced. But this thing is different gravy. I absolutely adore it. It's so unique, and unique is the word which perfectly describes this car in my opinion. There's nothing like it. Find me another 3-litre 6-cylinder rear-wheel drive hot hatch. There aren't any. And yes, this car does have its setbacks. I mean, as standard, it doesn't really look much, the M140i. It sits high, it's got a horrible set of wheels. It doesn't sound anything if it's a GPF or OPF car like this one was. You've got to do a few little bits to it in order for it to really come alive, for it to be a proper, fully fledged hot hatch. I mean, in standard form, for those, or to the untrained eye, this could be a 2-litre 4-cylinder. It just doesn't sound much. Maybe that's because this car was or is an OPF car, or it doesn't have the OPF anymore. And so, I mean, the later cars especially, they're just not, they're just not there, you know. A bit like me at the moment by the sounds of it. But you invest a little bit, well, maybe quite a substantial amount of money actually, if you may, in the car, change it, tweak it to how you like, and it becomes an animal. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, there are some phenomenal hot hatches out there. I mean, you can't really go wrong. The hot hatch market over the last kind of 5 or 10 years has just gone up one massive notch. I mean, power, value for money in some cases, and just all-round driver experience on some of the cars that are on offer now is just phenomenal. And to think that, that was a big bump, and to think that you can get, in most cases, a 300+ brake horsepower car for around the value of 30 grand here in the UK. You can spend a little bit of money on it and make it an absolute animal. I mean, this thing is running a smidge over 450 brake, as you guys know, with the Stage 2 software. I mean, that's really not that far off a Ferrari F430, for example. I mean, for the price you pay for one of these, the performance is second to none. I mean, yes, I know that is the case with a lot of hot hatches. I mean, I know the 2 litres are very tunable like this. In fact, like most hot hatches, they're just such a good package. I mean, they're not ridiculously expensive unless you look at the Megane RS Trophy or maybe an A45S, but you kind of understand that because those are like the hyper hatches. I mean, this, I think to me, this is kind of scraping that border. And as I'm sure you can tell, I absolutely adore it. I love this thing. It's, well, to be honest, maybe not now, terrorizing a little village, but yeah, it's one hell of a car, one hell of a car. It sounds so good. Honestly, I drive this car without a video camera in sight and I'm still giggling and smiling with the noises it makes. Trust me, ask Chloe. It really annoys her actually. But anyway, actually, whilst we're on that topic, actually, there are a few little updates which I know that you guys have been asking about how the car drives now and how it is with a few little modifications which I've done to it recently. Most notably the XHP gearbox map by Defined Coding. Obviously, I have done the 50-mile run-in period. I've probably done about 500, 600 miles since then. And honestly, it's worth it. It is absolutely transformed it. I mean, look at this. The gear shifts are so snappy and you actually get a really nice, almost DSG fart sound from it as you upshift. I mean, see if you can hear this. Hear that? It did not do that before. It kind of surged, where now you kind of get that reassuring little kick. Yeah, massively recommend it to anyone who has got one of these, especially a tuned one, because that was actually the issue with, well, basically when Chloe broke it. It was basically the fact that the car was just running too much power and the gearbox was not mapped. So that has obviously solved that. A little bit of a worrying moment. But anyway, going back to the subject of the video, I know that it's going to divide opinions massively, and don't get me wrong, I'm not specifically saying that this is the ultimate hot hatch. There's no other alternative. Like, I completely get that. There is so many good cars out there. I mean, Golf R, RS3, i30N even, a car which I always relate back to. Awesome little thing, to name a few. I mean, there's so many out there. Like I said, the hot hatch market nowadays is just absolutely booming. And so I want to start a little discussion. So I'm putting the ball in your court here. I know a lot of hot hatch owners follow me, be it Golf R owners, be it 845S owners, RS3, anything, literally anything. I know that there's a lot of you guys out there. We're a good old community, aren't we? We all love our cars. We all love our fast little hatchbacks, really. I mean, it's all they are, really, isn't it? Which is quite funny, but yeah, I want to hear what you guys think. Do you agree with me? I mean, I know I'm massively biased in this video because, well, realistically, there's no way you really get around it, but you hear those as well. You get like this proper snap. And that's from the XHP, like I mentioned. I mean, just the car has so much character and it's so unique. And I'm going to go back to that point again, that word again, unique. It is. And that was one of the biggest selling points of the car for me, and the value for money. It really is second to none. There isn't really much out there for that. But yes, I know that there are ultimately better cars out there. Get to the national speed limit, and go. That's 60. With flames pouring out the back as well. This is what I love about this car. It has so much character, and you've got to respect it as well. It's not like some of the other cars out there, like the Golf R or the S3. No hard feelings to them. Great cars, as you know. But with this, you really have to respect it whilst driving, especially if it was wet. You would really have to be careful how you plant your right foot, and these are all things which I've mentioned before, so I appreciate some of you guys may know that already. But yeah, I mean, hot hatches in general, right? They're just so good. There's nothing that you can get for the thrill of driving for this amount of money, really, and that is why I'm so loyal to them. I mean, well, proof is in all the videos, really. I mean, hot hatches are a massive part of my channel. I absolutely love them. You guys know that. But yeah, sudden realization, I don't actually know where I am. Hey ho, it's a good road. So I think that's probably going to wrap things up from me. A quick little video today, but I thought that with the sun shining, I thought I'd get the car out, and of course I had to get the camera out at the same time. I absolutely adore driving this thing. It's just so fun. It's a shame that some of my plans haven't really come together recently in regards to trips and traveling, but hopefully we will be able to embark on those before too long. But yeah, take this video with a pinch of salt, okay? I'm not saying that this is the ultimate hot hatch and there's no other option out there. I'm saying, is is this the ultimate hot hatch? I don't know. I mean, I've experienced a lot of them, of a lot of different hot hatches, that is, and they're all phenomenal, but I'd really like to see what the general consensus is. It just puts a smile on your face. But anyway, that's going to wrap things up from me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come. And now I need to find out how to get home because I have no idea where I am.